Hey guys, wondering how to get this amazingly stunning look? Listen, welcome to the inaugural Makeup and Mess Hangout. I'm going to talk some mess and show you how to get this look.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to the first inaugural Makeup and Mess. Y'all, today we're talking about DaBaby and how he literally just flushed his whole career down the drain. And no, Black Twitter is not going to be able to save you this time because you got the rich white gays involved, right? And you know, and that's what they should be, but you know this is not going to end well for film. We're going to talk about a little bit about Erica Jayne and her fake lying ass. I watched the episode with Contrary Canary. If you guys don't follow her, go ahead and follow her. She has really good reviews where she's given a legal breakdown. I agree with her analysis. However, I'm talking about her own inconsistencies that we saw on the screen. So I'm talking about the messy side. We are also going to talk about Alfonso Ribeiro. He says the Black community turned the white light. The Black community literally turned their back on him because he has a white wife. And I was like, I didn't even know you was married. And sir, this is not 1926. Nobody cares that you have a white wife. We're also going to talk about Evander Kane. If you guys don't know who Evander Kane is, you need to learn his name. I'll put timestamps at the bottom so you can actually flip through if you're not interested in the makeup. But yo, Evander Kane and the shit that's going on with his wife and the way his wife ethered his whole career, y'all. Let's see, what's going on, right? Oh, also, for anybody guys that are living under rock, Nicki Minaj is going to be hosting the Housewives thing. I'm actually watching that to see how it develops, but y'all know the deal. Anyway, this is the look. Stay tuned if you guys want to see it. It's a nice, natural summer glam that makes you look super cute and it will not melt off your face. And I'm telling you, wait till the end because it looks crazy while you're doing it, but it all comes together and it's so light that even if you start sweating, you'll be fine. I'm telling you, you'll be fine. In any case, you guys, this is the first inaugural Makeup and Mess. Let me know what you think. Y'all, stick with me. It's going to get better. But then I said, you know what? I put the time to film this. Y'all gonna get this work. So go ahead, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. For y'all haters in the comments saying, how come I can't afford editing classes? Subscribe and like. Why don't you stop, Professor, talking about adding up what's in my pocket and if I can and can't afford editing classes, and just like, comment, and subscribe, all right? Because I know y'all are sick of this ghetto fade. Let's get started. Have y'all heard about what's going on with Carleton Banks? Yo, yes, Alfonso Ribeiro, I think is the name. He just did an interview on Twitter talking about the Black community doesn't support him. And I was like, what Black community are you talking about? Because I don't know one room, Black, white, Asian, Middle Eastern, Haitian, whatever you want to call it, that he can't come in and be internationally recognized. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about that the Black, oh, you guys hear that echo? Let me open this door a little bit. What is he talking about that the Black community doesn't support him? He doesn't support him and his white wife. First of all, I didn't even know. I got my beauty blender. And I use their foundation, y'all. It's really, really good. Right now, I'm using like a mix because, you know, my summer thing. But it has this little thing right here. So it locks up and it won't, because it locks up and it won't get all over. Now, before y'all drag me, I have been in the sun all day. And I know what you guys are saying. That's not your skin complexion. But it oxidizes, meaning it gets like darker the more you wear it. So even though you guys don't see it now, just trust me. Just trust me. I just use one pump on this because in summertime, my face sweats a lot. My face sweats a lot. So I don't like, and for those of you guys that don't know, I sweat a lot. So I don't like my makeup melting off. I know those like 7-layer beats look really good in pictures, but when you're honestly walking around in the hot sun, who has time for that mess? So anyway, whatever. So anyway, back to Alfonso Ribeiro. He's talking about the Black community doesn't support him and his white wife. First of all, this is not 2000. It's Fenty and Truffle. This is not 2000, right? And what is he talking about? But like seriously, this is not the year 2000. Who cares that you're married to a white wife? I didn't even know people were dragging him. I went to Twitter just to see if there was something I was missing, but apparently it wasn't. Now, you guys, when I do this, just to let you guys know, I do my foundation because like sometimes my bone structure can come across too harsh. I'll do right here, I'll do right here, I'll do it. Now, depending on your face shape, sometimes you put one here, one across. There's this one girl on TikTok. She's a black makeup artist. I follow her. I'll put her link in my bio if you guys want, but she's pretty good. And then I use this sculpting brush from ColourPop. Y'all, ColourPop has, I think, the best affordable brushes, right? Because for some reason, that Fenty cream, it just gets in there, hugs the cheekbones. Make sure you buff up when you do it, right? Make sure you buff up. But anyway, I like the buff up. But anyway, that's what's going on, film. Y'all, did y'all see what's going on with DaBaby Part 2? DaBaby Part 2 is crazy. So let me bring y'all up to date with what's happening with DaBaby. I actually bought notes, right? Now, y'all remember when he went on that rolling loud rant about like, put your lighters up if you're not in the parking lot, you know, and half the people in his entourage were like, right? Half the people in his entourage, y'all, I know this looks crazy, but just follow me because the whole thing I'm making up, this is going to be a light beat, is to create like a spotlight on your face where you want it, right? So because I've been in the sun all day, and even if I wasn't, I like to create a spotlight right here. That's where I like the spotlight. So I'll even go underneath my jawline too. So y'all remember DaBaby from the Rolling Loud. I talked about it in my last video. So he did all that. And, you know, he did the rant with no context. He even bought Tory Lanez on stage. And at first I was like, what is you doing? Why are you doing this? But now, y'all, I actually think it's a little planned. And I have a thing for why, right? Because the next day, instead of just being like, I saw I don't know what I was doing, what everyone wanted him to do, he doubled down on that mess. He literally doubled down on that mess. And then the day after that, which was 2 days later, he released a music video, which was, I guess, the heterosexual comment or clapback to Lil Nas X, the one where he's like, you know, in the jail, like in the hot pink, in the hot pink, like breaking it down, right? Busting it down, right? So, even at the end of the video, there was like a black screen where he was like, yeah, if y'all want the freedom to be yourself, we should have the freedom to express ourselves, right? And it was just like a nasty, this is Benetint, if y'all didn't know. If y'all like natural looking cheeks, get y'all some Benetint. Because it just blends in. I like my face to look a little bit sunburned. It blends in so beautifully. Look at this dripping like the blood of Christ. But y'all see. You guys are going to see. It just blends in so perfectly. And if you have darker skin, even dark skin, any black skin, any shade, you just add as much as you want because this is super buildable. You just put it around and it just makes you, I know this looks crazy, but it's going to come together, y'all. Right? Brush this up. Make sure also, if you guys can, I know a lot of people like the contour, but make sure if you want a nice summer beat, you put some on your nose, even get your fingers in there to get, so it literally looks like a summer flush. Then you're going to take that beauty blender that still had that foundation on and then go over it. So it really puts more foundation on over. Don't add more foundation, but just take that beauty blender and go over. And you see how, look at this. No blush. You see that? There's like no blush and it literally looks like it's just a natural flush. Now, if you want it higher up on your cheekbones, do it how you like it, but I like it when it literally looks like I'm sunburned because we're on vacation. So what else is there to do but get sunburned? Anyway, right? He did that as a reaction. And I remember thinking, you did this is back to Lil Baby, DaBaby. So I was like, you did this on purpose because what's the odds you had a whole video ready to go? A whole video ready to go. And you went out and you shot it. You edited it. You got it all just for this Rolling Loud controversy. And if you remember Rolling Loud, he was walking, pulling this thing up, talking about some, yeah, you know, put 2 lighters in the ear. And I remember thinking, this is crazy. And remember when he bought Tory Lanez out? Y'all, apparently Rolling Loud is in trouble because Roc Nation represents Meg. And Roc Nation was like, yo, Megan has a restraining order. How did he get here? And at first I was like, yo, he came, you know, dressed as a mascot. But I talked to a few people that actually work in like the security for backstage for big festivals, that security is so tight. Even somebody in the mascot would have had to show themselves. They would have had to show ID. And on the list and all this stuff. So you basically either snuck him in or Rolling Loud let him come in for controversy. You see, now that I've been talking for a while, the foundation is starting to oxidize and match my complexion. Y'all, don't sleep on this Beauty Blender foundation. If you have trouble matching your skin tone, I tried Fenty. They don't have anything for me. But if you have trouble matching your skin tone, go and check out the Beauty Blender. Anyway, so now Rolling Loud is in trouble because they're just like, yo, how did Tory Lanez actually get in that stadium? There's a restraining order. It was illegal for him to be within a certain amount of feet of Megan Thee Stallion, and he shouldn't have been there while he was working, right? So that is one thing, right? The second thing that they were actually talking about was, so after that, he doubled down. He didn't benefit. It goes on the lips and cheeks and everywhere else. I like the way it makes it look like rosy. Anyway, he doubled down, right? And he did all this stuff. And he went on this weird rant about how, like, you know, gay people are ruining the world. Now, here's the thing. DaBaby, has done horrible things, right? Horrible things to, look at the technique. He's done horrible things to Black women. And it was fine. Nobody said anything. And I understand as Black women, you know, we can be very, very unprotected sometimes, right? But the thing is, now you're messing with gay people, and there's a lot of rich gay people, rich white gay people. Y'all, Little Baby is destroying his career. Let me tell you how. Oh, that man is destroying his career. Also, you guys, what I do is for lipstick, whether I use lipstick, lip gloss, this is the pony effect. It's like a lip lacquer, but you can use 99-cent lipstick. The key to getting your lips to look like it's expensive lipstick, I lie to you not, is to pat it in. Put it on your lips and keep patting it in. I don't care how cheap the lipstick is, just keep patting, and it'll give you that nice, expensive looking lipstick thing. And then I take liner. I know I do a really messy job at doing my liner, but that's how I overline my lips. I actually like my lips to look like really messy. I really do. This is the look now for summer. A little bit messy, a little bit sloppy, but pretty, right? Okay, now, so let me tell you how the rich gay people entered the chat. Elton John posted something, right? Saying, listen, let me explain like why what you're saying is so inflammatory, right? Because let's not lie, regardless of how you feel about homosexuality, and I hope you are on my side of what you feel, what happened with all that, with the AIDS pandemic, a whole lost generation, that was sad no matter what you have to say. So he was explaining, he wasn't even coming at Little Baby. Cut to Little Baby doubling down on some I said what I said mess, right? He went on an Instagram rant. He was talking about, you know, at least I was the one that was smart enough to promote with my people. When my video came out, I was smart enough to promote, right? Then he started promoting all the show. I think it was on Twitter. Was it Twitter or Instagram? He started promoting all the festival shows that he had. Madonna entered the chat. Elton John entered the chat. Even if you don't care about Madonna and Elton John, there's a whole gatekeeper of people, especially in the record industry, that are in the closet, out the closet, whatever, and now you got a spotlight on him. I think because he got away so much with abusing, being on the Black blogs, acting badly, abusing his fans, abusing Black women, and people not really caring because it only showed up in the Black blogs, that he thought that like, oh, this controversy means something. And I think he thought when he started promoting that like, yo, all eyes are on me. Let me keep doing it. Let me keep doing this and that. But y'all, let me tell you what ended up happening, right? He got on the spotlight. He got the spotlight on him, but in a bad way. He was promoting all his shit, said he was going to be at Lollapalooza, all these things, all his shows. Y'all, Boohoo Men dropped him. But so that's one bag he lost. Boohoo Men dropped him. Most likely Rolling Loud is going to sue him if Rock Nation sues Rolling Loud, right? Most likely Rolling Loud is going to sue him. And on top of that, he was set to do Lollapalooza, which if y'all don't know is huge. Literally the day of, and you know he had probably flown in, got his airplane, got all that stuff. The day of, he literally, they said, no, you're not going to do it. And we're giving Young Thug, right? Yes, Young Thug, who tried to make a play for JT Man's Little Uzi Vert. Speaking of JT, that fool, can somebody get an intervention on her? I know she's been through a lot with the PTSD of coming out of being incarcerated. And I know when she went in, she was known that much. And now she's like, you know, has all these things. Little Uzi Vert, why did she buy that man a car? But we'll talk about that in another video. But JT, somebody go get an intervention on JT. Anyone, Carisha, where are you? Go get JT, right? Let me shut up before JT starts clapping back, because you know she likes to clap back on Twitter. But then again, I think I'd enjoy that, so let me go. So here's what I'm doing, right? But let me just finish, right? Lollapalooza dropped him at the last minute when he was prepared to go on, well, the day he was prepared to go on. So you know he had already traveled. Young Thug was there, right? And on top of that, all the other corporate sponsors he has are now pulling off. So now they blocked his bag for basketball season. Yo, DaBaby is an idiot. And I think he thought he was doing that. You know how like the Kardashians, people accuse them of like stoking the fires of getting black people mad at them. And then they take that controversy and they write it out. But the thing is, even if you are saying that that's what Kim and them do, if they are, they're a lot more subtle about it, right? And they do it to a class of people, black women, that nobody is really going to say anything about, right? So yeah, DaBaby's blocking his bag. Y'all, if y'all wondering what I'm doing, I have the Stella palette. I got it from actually, I think Marshall's or TJ Maxx, because y'all know I hate paying for makeup. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll spend my whole check in Sephora, but I get tired of it sometimes. This is the happy hour palette. Now, I use, because I have cool undertones, that's why also my foundation was a little bit yellow, because when you have cooler undertones, sometimes it makes you look washed out. So I like to add a golden, like a neutral golden. And that's why I like Beauty Blender. It's a neutral golden. And I don't care what your complexion is. If you tend to not have like a lot of warmth in your skin, if you go, they have it in every shade. You just want the neutral yellow. There's a neutral yellow or a neutral golden in everything. So there's neutral, neutral golden, neutral orange, neutral red. Then it's golden, orange, red. You'll see. You want the neutral golden to add life in. And then, since I have cool palettes, I use this pink shade, right? Because the pink shade like mimics like the way my natural eyeshadow would be, like the natural eyeshadow. And then I use this lightest shade to go in right here. And again, you guys aren't going to see the difference till the end, but I use this thing to go in right here. And it kind of just opens up. It's all super subtle, which is what you want on summer makeup, but it really does make a big difference. Now, I do want to tell y'all, listen, if this is not your natural, then probably this is your natural undertone. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not going for something that, it can be lighter or darker, doesn't matter. Just going for something that just enhances. And if you have like, if your skin is darker than this, use any just neutral kind of flesh tone. And you might be like, what's the point of using like a flesh tone on? But it makes a difference, all right? So then, after I do that, right? Ooh, you know what else we gotta talk about? Oh, we have got to talk. Do y'all know who, I took notes on this. Do y'all know who Evander Kane is? Do you? Do you know who Evander Kane? Now, don't judge me, hold on. This is how I wet it's my eyeshadow palette, and I'm not doing y'all makeup, so I can do what I want, right? So, if you don't know who, and now I take this and I put it right underneath my eye. Again, y'all, this looks crazy, but it's all gonna come together for a nice like summer going out look that your man, woman, child, whoever, the guy taking your pizza order is gonna look at and just be so entranced with. Just watch, it's gonna come together. So you just do it like that, right? Almost like it's like football, right? I take these two colors, I take this lavender and I take this silver. If you are not, this is because I have cool undertones and that's what makes me pop. If you are not, then use like this brown or this brown, right? But it's just something that's shiny that just makes it pop, right? Then you take this brush. If y'all don't have this smudge brush in your arsenal, y'all get you one. You can use your fingers, but your fingers are so sloppy and y'all, this does the job. So then I take the smudge brush. and I smudge it in as much as it can go. In the smudge brush, I kind of extend it just a little bit into the inner corner, but you don't have to if you don't want. I take the smudge brush and I bring it back, right? Already you could, now don't judge, wait till the end, and you will see how it works out, right? Next, what do we have to do? We gotta talk about Evander Kane's ass. So Evander Kane is this hockey player. He's mixed. The reason why I say he's mixed is because I'm telling you in a second. So his wife, who's white, it doesn't matter her complexion, but it kind of does, right? His wife, who is white, posted on her Instagram that, you know, he had basically abandoned her. She's pregnant. They have a 1-year-old daughter, and he's basically abandoned her. And he's in the South, and I guess he's saying he doesn't have enough money to come see the baby and do visitation, right? But he's allegedly in the South, not the South of France, in Greece, Mykonos, as a matter of fact, off of boats, talking with one of her girlfriends. Somebody said it was her best friend. Everybody says that she definitely knows the girl, but he's basically just like yacht hot and hoeing it up. And it's, you know, he packed his Simon Cambodia whole bag, and he literally was like, I'll see you later, right? Now, this is the interesting thing. So then she posted this shit. Hold on, I gotta get my phone because this really blew my mind. Keep an eye on this. It's gonna come together. I promise y'all. Let me just pull this up. While I'm doing this, let me do one brow. I'm starting my other phone. So let's do the other brow. Then I do my brows. I'm going to put eyeliner on, but I like for my brows to be done so I can frame my face before I put eyeliner on. Now, this is a trick for brows. This is for a summer beat that will stay on in the evening without your face sliding up. I know y'all go on vacation, and I know y'all sick of walking out the house with your face sliding off within 20 minutes and sweating off, and then the foundation. I love the Jackie Aina method, but I feel like that's for fall and spring, because when you walk outside in the real sun for 15 minutes, your foundation starts sliding off, your powder, your face starts sweating, and you start to look like, ooh, you know? So what I do for any of you guys that are brow challenged like I am, if y'all have thick brows, shut up. God bless you and God bless you, right? I use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Side note, if you do like to use primer and you're not going to be outside sweating, y'all, this is better than a Tarte. This is better than, Charlotte Tilbury. This is better than Fenty. This is better. This little $6 primer. Make sure you get the poreless one. They have 4 of them. The Poreless Putty Primer, y'all, this shit is the truth. Like, I'm telling you, you're not going to find a better primer in anything. I take the primer and I run it through my brows, because this helps me if I put any product on my brows. It literally helps it last all day. So I just put it on my brow brush and brush it through. Now, what is it? Who is it? Anastasia actually has this brow stuff, freeze brow, that's supposed to work, but every time I go in, it's sold out. I don't know if it's sold out because it's good or if it's sold out just because, you know, that's the new hype. Because I remember, the Kat Von D Apple, Forbidden Apple foundation. Everybody was going crazy over it, and that shit is garbage. Literally, just like Jackie Aina said, if you guys know where Maybelline Dream Mousse is, it'll do the same damn thing. Let me get some air in here, y'all. Anyway, so my phone started. Let me just do my brows really quick. And what I do with my brows is I just go. Make sure you can use the back of the thing. This is what the back of it is for. You're supposed to take the brow. It's just a cheap brow brush. I usually use Anastasia number 7, but I'm using a cheap brow brush. You just take it like this, make it into a fine little point, and then go. Again, you can skip this if you are not brow challenged, but you know I'm brow challenged, so I need to fill my brows in. So this is all I do with little strokes. This is the most time-consuming part of my makeup. So if you really have brows, this will literally take you 5 minutes at the most. Let me look in this damn mirror and see what I'm doing. If you have brows, that means this should take you 5 minutes. This is a 5-minute beat. You welcome. All right. Let me do the other brow off camera. Okay, I'm back. I did both brows off of camera, but like I said, y'all, I still need some air. Sorry. Like I said, y'all, don't judge me. I also left this down here because I wanted it to bake in. If y'all don't know what baking is, it doesn't just mean putting stuff above, powder over it. It also means your natural oils, your natural moisture actually sets and intensifies. Now, what I do after that is just take my pinky fingers and just run it along there, right? Because I do want it very, very, very much diffused. So there we go. Now we're gonna do the eyeliner. But okay, listen, we're gonna have to take a minute and talk about Mr. Evan, right? Mr. Evan, right? Now, I told you he's an NFL. He left his wife, he left her alone with no money in the house. And he sent her this fine good morning. I think this happened yesterday. He sent her text messages saying, and I quote, right? Oof, this is a doozy. If you don't know who Evander Kane is, you about to find out. He sent his wife, right? Now mind you, he is on a boat in Mykonos, literally with one of her friends. Yo, he's on a boat with the white person Williams. One of her friends is on a boat jumping off a yacht in Mykonos, but not the white Portia Williams, because the white Portia Williams would have been on a tugboat off the coast of Cancun, right? Evander Kane said, "Good morning. As we've discussed recently, I'll be coming to see Kensington on August 8th and 9th as agreed." Kensington, I believe, is her daughter's name. "There will be no change in that plan. Also, I please ask you leave a house key to the Richard property when you move out in the next day or two under the mat at the front door, as the realtor who is selling the property needs access to show." Y'all, he left her. And listen, this woman was on Instagram saying on her stories, right? Saying that she had to sell her ring. He's disappeared. He won't talk to her. He left her pregnant with the baby on a yacht with one of her friends. Won't talk to her, all this stuff. And she had to sell her ring to survive. They literally have no money. This is what he actually sent her. She screenshotted it and posted it, right? Okay. Also, please leave the keys to my green G-Wagon in the house and have the car parked in the garage when you leave. Thanks for your cooperation in advance. Evander Kane. Yo, one, you're an asshole, because I don't care what's going on. You don't leave somebody carrying your child in that position. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what she did. She is carrying your unborn child, and she's taking care of your child too. I don't care. However, here's the thing. Never push someone. Never push one. The wife clapped back, and she said that, and she added, this is the crazy part. She added the NHL. She said, "NHL, can someone ask Gary Bettman?" I think he's the president of the NHL, right? He said, "Can the NHL ask Gary Bettman how they can let a player gamble on his own games, bet and win with bookies on his own games?" She put him on blast that he has a gambling problem. She put her professional hockey player husband, and sport. I don't know shit about sports, but I talk to a lot of people. They take this super, super seriously, the gambling addiction. It's the one thing you can do to end somebody's career. She added the NHL. The NHL that morning, this happened, I think yesterday, literally said, "We are taking these accusations very seriously, and we will discuss," right? He then clapped back and tried to say, like every good man that got caught out there, "Unfortunately, I would like to address the completely false accusations that my estranged wife and soon-to-be ex-wife has made against me. Even against the advice of my legal team, I feel strongly that the public and fans hear this directly for me. I have never gambled or bet on hockey, never gambled or bet on a Sharks game, never gambled and bet on any of my games, and never thrown a hockey game. The facts are, I personally had my best season of my career last year and was the most consistent I've been throughout any season. I'm proud of that. I love the game of hockey and will never do that. And what was alleged, I look forward to cooperating fully with the league's investigation, having my name cleared, and looking forward to the upcoming season. Sincerely, Evander Kane," right? He then said, "With recent allegations that my ex-wife chose to make public, I want to clearly respond as follows. I love my daughter. I always have taken care of my daughter in every way possible. I always made sure her mother has had everything she's needed and more. I've tried to de-escalate. Basically, he tried to paint her as something corny. And this is what makes me think he's mixed. Because what do most men do whenever they're trying to take the heat off of treating a woman badly? You're either a bitter black woman or you're a crazy white girl, right? That's what they do. That's what they do. I mean, see Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. I know she might not be white, but you know the way it's like you're either a bitter black woman or you're a crazy white girl trying to come out there. They try to make the woman look crazy. So it's like, okay, right? We'll see if that comes through. Yo, but she clapped back. And this is what made me realize, why would you treat somebody like that so bad that actually does appear to know some of your dirt? Because here, when I say badly, here's what she did. He left her with no money. He left her with nothing. He says that he doesn't have a gambling problem, right? He says that. However, their house is being repossessed by the bank. That's why he said, leave the keys for the realtor, because the bank is taking the house back. He literally gave her 2 days to move while she had his baby in her stomach and had his little baby in her arm. Okay, complete piece of shit. But like, why are you losing your house and why are you saying you don't have money to visit your daughter if you had the best season of your life? You're highly paid, because hockey players get paid great money. There's something to that, right? There's literally something out there. But then look what she said. I'm going to finish my face in a second. Hold on, y'all. She said, so why would these random casinos send this to our house? Oh, maybe because on off days, you would drive or fly to casinos to gamble and try to count cards and hustle the casino. Have fun, Mar. He'll probably scam your money to lose it since he has nothing. Mar's the girl that he's on vacation with right now. Mar is the white Portia Williams. Mar's on vacation and she thinks she's hopping, dipping, pitting and making wanna marry me. Mar thinks that she's pitting on and making wanna marry me, doing the Simon Gabadia, right? And jokes on her because she was like, have fun, Mar, because he has nothing to lose, right? So that happened, right? But she's not done. So first of all, with doing this, I'm like, you're very clever because you're trying to make it seem like you're trying to make sure that he can't even go to his favorite casinos anymore. Because you know if a casino hears that you are counting cars, it's over. It's a wrap. You can forget about anything you're doing, right? But she also said, trying to see your daughter when you're with Mara Teagan, right? She added the girl. She said, how are you trying to see your daughter when you're in Europe right now, talking about you don't have any money? She said, or try to FaceTime her on your schedule when she's napping or when she's playing and she has no idea what FaceTime is. What about this? You can afford hotel rooms in Europe, but not San Jose to see your daughter who's important to you. I also offered to completely leave our home for a week or two and our text messages so you could see her, but you chose to go party and gamble. I wish I had access to the press like you do, so keep on lying. But it's not over. Y'all, she eviscerated this man, right? She said, per your New York Post article, you're soon to be ex-wife. I'm a soon to be ex-wife because I tried to stop you from gambling. Has anyone ever dealt with an addict? When you're flying to different cities this year on off days with criminals to count cards at random casinos and told me the people you're gambling with would kill me in Kensington if I told anyone. So I supposed to let you gamble, cheat on me with prostitutes and be okay with that? The ether, the shit to make your shit burn, yo. Yo, she was ethering on. Hold on. So these are the facts. Everything Evander says is calculated lie to make me look crazy. I think mental help is needed after you lose every dollar you ever made gambling. But to continue to gamble and do not think you have a problem, refuse any kind of therapy, and continue to lie to the therapist who the sharks force you to talk to. Woo! Yo, she literally... It reminded me when I was reading it, I just saw the Waiting to Exhale when she licked that match and Angela Bassett was like, boom, and just shit that shit on fire. But hold on, it's not over either, right? The press is letting him control the narrative because of who she is, but I think anyone can see through his manipulation and see the truth. I asked him to go to therapy, but he told me it's not important for us to try to save our marriage. He doesn't want to work to get help. He doesn't want to be a real man and father. He wants to be able to gamble and live freely. So please stop using the psycho ex-wife card because I'm just a wife and mother who reached her breaking point. Embarrassed in every way that things are public, and I hope every day you realize that gambling is the problem, not an ex-wife or anyone else. But it's not over yet. She then posted even more receipts. She literally posted receipts. Let me find this. She posted a receipt that his teammates sent him of a book that was for gambling for dummies. She literally is doubling down. Y'all, if she is telling the truth, let me do my liner real quick. Because I know my boyfriend's probably like, what the hell, right? Hearing me run my mouth. But if I need a mirror. Y'all gonna excuse me for a second. Let me get a mirror. If she's telling the truth, and it sounds like it is because she got receipts, right? I hope to God that he is telling the truth. Because if there's any truth to what she's saying, also when I do my liner, I actually go out like that. I bring it up like this. And then liner doesn't have to be perfect. I know you think everyone is. And then I take this and kind of just make like, how do I describe it? I make like a V, a triangle right there. I don't have hooded eyes, but my eyes are round. So this trick works for hooded eyes as well. If y'all see what I did, you basically went, and then while your eyes are open, you draw that triangle to connect. And then you fill it in. I'll do it on the other eye if y'all need to see it. That's how I really like that look on eyeliner. If you have round eyes, hooded eyes, any eyes, but you want something. And then this is a Wet n Wild liner also. It's only $1.99. I used to use Benefit Rollerball. And if you can afford it, that's what I love. It's $36 for the rollerball. And don't get me wrong, I love the water ball. And I mean, yeah, okay, fine, I can afford it. But something about paying that much for eyeliner, I grew up using Wet n Wild 99-cent eyeliner. So whenever somebody tells me to use eyeliner that's like $40, I feel like they're spitting in my face. I'm returning to my roots. I upgraded from the coal that you had to burn with a lighter. Now, we have this. It lasts a long time. So even if you wake up because you don't wash your makeup off, guilty, it'll still be on, so you'll still be looking good. So if anything that she is saying is true, I'm going to do this trick again so you guys can see. If anything that they're saying is true, his career is done. But I don't understand why, if somebody knows so much about your business, you would screw them over. Literally, if you know where all the bodies are buried, why would you screw somebody over? But then again, I don't know, because look what Simon did to Fallon. I know y'all like, oh, we still talking about him? Yes, the fuck we are, right? It's kind of like when somebody knows your business, it's like that arrogance that you just feel free to screw somebody over, right? And before y'all ask, oh, well, what did she do? I bet she's not innocent, blah, 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 blah. Y'all, can you stop? At the end of the day, what was a woman doing when she's heavily pregnant with your baby in her stomach and watching your other baby? Like, at the end of the day, if you feel that strongly, take your kids and bounce. Because honestly, if somebody is that grimy, why would you leave your kids in their possession? You know what I'm saying? Why? Like, protect your kid. Y'all, his career is just like whatever. And then speaking of careers, did y'all see that new OC housewife that a week before filming, she literally did a thing where she was like, she found her husband owes $5.8 million in back taxes. And she's like, she's just been nothing but nonstop fighting in her marriage. This actually might be a good OC season. Y'all, I know I'm doing this liner a little bit sloppy, but y'all get the point because it's going out. Nobody gives a damn. Let me mess up this line. Ooh, I really messed up this side, but that's the magic. Oh, also, hold on really quick. Well, whatever. Y'all get the point. Anyway, do the damn thing. This one's a little bit messed up, but as you can see, nobody can care, but we are not over. We're also going to keep smudging below. And for the piece de resistance, yeah, I think the OT is going to be good. Also, y'all, I'm going to do a separate review of Erica Giraldi because Erica, I don't care what y'all say, this girl is guilty. Now, I did watch Contrary Canary. Shout out to Contrary Canary. I watched Contrary Canary's review and her reasoning, and she does a really good legal breakdown, right? But I did a breakdown just from catching her and her inconsistencies. I haven't been reviewing Housewives, but I've been watching along. Y'all, I think I'm going to jump in on the next episode and do a review because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. Erica Giraldi and and her lies, things not adding up, the way that all the other housewives are literally acting like they're actually afraid and scared of Erica. And you know what the funny thing about Tom Giraldi, if you watch The Housewives and The Hustler, this is the interesting thing, right? If you watch The Housewives and The Hustler, Tom Giraldi had the California bar on lock. He had a lot of judges. He had a lot of people on his side. He had to, because how would he get away with it, right? All of the housewives, except for Garcelle, Crystal, and Sutton, have cases. Some have been thrown out, but people are suing them for them. Maybe they owe favors too, because I'm wondering why. It's not just loyalty. They're all acting like they are scared of Erica. And the funny thing is, Sutton, who does, the only one in the next episode that doesn't have any cases against her, when she is at the table and Sutton's asking questions that we all want to know, Erica got so aggressive, so downright mean, so hostile, but almost like if she could have, she would have punched Sutton in her face. Not out of anger, but just because she's like, I'm that boss bitch. You better bow down and kiss these rings. So Erica got in Sutton's ass and everybody else is just cowering. And I was like, it doesn't make sense. If Lisa Rinna went after Denise last season for that bullshit, why is Erica got so much control over these women? Anyway, pro tip, when you're putting on your mascara, I didn't do it this time, but if you want your lashes to look really, really long, if you guys wear false lashes, go ahead and put them on. It's just the fact I don't have time for that. And I think I'm going out dancing afterwards, so I don't want that shit sliding off my face. Because y'all don't know this, but when I try to start to sweat, this is the real pretty mess. With all my heart. Look at this, mama still got it. Woo! I know there's somebody in the back being like, bitch, you don't have shit. Shut up. So anyway, but you see how everything comes together? I know at first it looked a little crazy, but that's the thing about makeup. Everything comes together. Before, the blush seemed like too much. This seemed like too much. The eyebrows seem too harsh. Even this looks stupid. But now that it comes together, look at this. It's a pretty summer beat. Look at that. You see that? I like that. But anyway, back to Erica right before I go, because I'm going to finish this shit. I'm going to do a review. Erica, and then she's been on Twitter fingers bullying people. You know that one lawyer, I think his name Richard, that's just like, but wait a second. How are you paying? How are you paying for your legal fees if you don't have any money, Miss Mama, right? I say all this to say, I think Erica and Tom from the beginning decided to go with this divorce storyline to get a narrative across. Because even the shit she's saying about Tom and this and that, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Erica and Tom are playing in our faces. They're both hiding assets. And maybe she was that 20-year-old waitress that everybody laughed at when they first got married. But now I honestly believe, from what I've seen, and I'm going to break it down in a video, she is an actual accomplice. I really do not think she's innocent. I don't think she's a nice person. Y'all are like, yes, Erica, read about what? Bitch, your whole life is furnished off of stolen money. Read what? Seriously, read what? So anyway, but I do have to say that when she was trying to do her tears, which Camille Grammer said, that scene where she was sitting down in tears, and Camille was like, bitch, I've seen you jump off of rock turtles in the Maldives. Your mascara didn't move an inch. Now you're crying, and it's just it's all super, super calculated. And let me tell you why it's calculated, right? And I'm going to do this maybe I'll say this for a different video. But the funny thing is, Crystal, that's how you can tell that Crystal is really rich. They're it's a 2 or 3 million thing. And Crystal was like, so why don't you just pay it? It's literally as somebody was like, Tisa, you know you owe these people $200 and they're about to take you to court. And me being like, so just pay it. It's $200. Just pay it. That's the way Crystal said it, right? But when you think about it, think about the first episode when they brought this up. She said, I have to divorce Tom. He's distant. It's like a wall's up, right? Then you hear in the next episode that the feds are seizing assets because of that $2.3 million or whatever dollars he owes. Then everybody's starting to act scared, kissing Erica's ass. Then, and that's when Crystal was like, why don't you just pay it, right? However, by the time it's coming now, when Erica sat there and told that story about, yeah, Tom was in a ditch, and the story kept changing, and every single time people started asking questions like, wait, but how did this happen? She kept giving more meat and more juice and changing it around. It was so weird. And remember when Garcelle was like, but why don't you just wait? And everybody just looked at her. Garcelle's funny. Garcelle basically meant, he's so old, why don't you just wait till he dies? Like, you don't got to divorce him. He ain't gonna be around for many more years. I literally hollered when Garcelle said that, right? But listen, Erica's lying. She knows where the money is, and that's probably why that's probably why they didn't want to pay that 2.3 million, because when you owe money and you are doing that stuff, they look at where the money actually came from to be like, oh, so that's what account did this money came from? Where did you get this money? So it's easier to play broke. Y'all, I think that this was a plan for them to first announce their divorce. They are in on it together. And if you look at last season, Tom did not have to mention you know what? We're going to save this for another video because I have to go change, get out, put on my finery. Maybe I'll do something, but I hope you guys like my little summer glam, easy look, 5 minutes. It's light makeup, y'all. I don't care if you're just like, oh, well, it won't work for me. I'm telling you, it will work. And these little things actually add up. You guys, thank you so much for watching the first inaugural Makeup and Mess. It's gonna get better, but in the meantime, y'all still seeing this shit anyway. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Mwah. Bye-bye.